let's take a look. There's a hickory tree. Still has nuts up in there, but there's way more on the ground. I don't know what, I think it's because the ground is so wet that when the nut hits it, it just thump, it absorbs the shock, like, you know. There's some nut trees that I found that are over driveways and roads. They just hit the ground and burst open, but these nuts are going to take a little bit of work. So I think what I'm going to do this right now, get my nut wizard. And pick these up in their hulls. And then I'm going to sit under this tree and pick them out of their hulls. I think it makes more sense to do those two tasks separately. What I'm doing now is I noticed these branches, there's like none on the back of the tree out here in the woods. They're all kind of out here in the front. So what I'm going to do is go in a semicircle, basically arc around the tree, arc back, and get a little wider every time around the drip line of the tree. So, because I've learned it's better to be systematic about this, when I first get out here in the season, I get really excited and sort of run around frantically like a squirrel or something. And I just found it's much more efficient to just go in a nice orderly way. That way you know where you've been, because this tree has a lot of nuts and I don't want to miss any. So I'm going to take my time and kind of do it right. So just keep getting a little wider. Sometimes you gotta look because they'll hide under there. Grass can be tricky. With a nut, I wish I would have brought my bigger nut wizard. So I've only been at this for a few minutes now, and I seem to already have a nice little pile of hickory nuts. Yeah, that's a grade A hickory nut right there. It's clean, it's fat. Like normally I wouldn't waste time piling up a bunch of nuts in their holes. I mean, these things are everywhere. The only reason I'm doing it is because, one, there's so many, it's guaranteed win. And two, these nuts are just so high quality. It's like, this is just a great tree. So, that's what I'm doing. I'm making a big pile of them. Got my nut wizard, it's full. And I'm out here piling them up. Alright, I'm gonna go. My battery's dying. Pete. One thing I wanted to say about nut wizards, I found it's better to just basically keep them on the ground all the time, just roll them. Because even if you don't see nuts, it picks them up sometimes. Now this grass is tall, but often you just pick them up without even seeing them. Yeah. I mean, they'll get full in no time flat. I realize that I can't get all of the hickory nuts. Normally, like I said, I wouldn't mess with these if they were in the hull like this, but these are just such high quality hickory nuts. They're big. I know they're gonna be good. And so I'm gonna take the time to get them out of their hulls. I think the best way to do it is just work over the side, crush them like this, and then pick the nuts out. Because they're popping out pretty easy. That's the other reason I'm doing this, because they're coming out so easily. I wouldn't waste my time if you had to pry them apart real hard. I gotta go, my battery's dying. See ya. Okay, not too bad. If I had to guess, I'd say it's 6 or 7 pounds. I got this little creek here. So what I was gonna do was wash them off, they're pretty muddy, and float test them. While I'm here, I might as well just do it. Get the bad ones out of the way. Maybe it's a bad idea. I don't want to give up my nuts. Couple floaters, not too many. Uh-oh, now how to get back. Pretty big pile of damage there. Well, I'm bored of this tree. I'm moving on. Okay, so these are the nuts that I found at that tree the other day where I pulled them out of their hulls. Had a big pile of them in their hulls and pulled them out individually. And man, this is probably about a quarter of the way full here. And you can see I'm doing a float test. And not very many are floating, which is a great sign. It means that these, I knew, that's why I took the time to get them out of the hull, because I knew these were a grade A. These are like really good nuts.